So here we are on MTG Bulk Mythic, about to open up some Jumpstart packs. Again, this is one of my favorite formats. I actually have a cube where I've saved all the unique packs that I've opened throughout the time, and I know they've been in short supply. I found some of these at my local game store. They had only gotten 2 booster boxes, and they weren't actually going to sell me a whole box. So I bought 7 of them out of the box that they had opened in the display. We'll see what we get, and then a little bit later on we'll talk about what I have in my cube, including those custom packs that we saw earlier on the channel. If you haven't seen that video, it'll be linked in at the end of this video for you to come go check that out. And I heard some word on Mark Rosewater's Drive to Work that we are still printing Jumpstart products, so hopefully it'll keep trickling out. We'll get some more and we'll be able to keep playing this game. It's also coming back to Arena, so here we go. Our first pack right here is Legions. So with Jumpstart, if you haven't seen Jumpstart before, it's going to have a face card on it, is the theme and the color symbol. Each one of these is a single colored pack of 20 cards. You open up 2 of them, you mix them together, you have a 1 or 2 color 40 card deck, and you play some games. There's different rarities. Legion is a common rarity, I want to say, which means that there are 4 different pack lists for it. And we'll take a look here. The rare is Glorious Anthem. We got Siege Striker. Faith Fetters as the removal piece. Release the Dogs to get some extra tokens into play. Basari's Solidarity to build up your army after you have some in play. So this deck right here, this pack, is all about getting, it's basically white weenies for the most part, getting a bunch of stuff out there and making things happen. You have the Thriving Land, which is of the color of the pack, and then you can choose the second color, so whatever your second color is, and then you get a handful of planes. The first one is the special art specific to that pack theme, and then some basics behind it. So we got to Raise the Alarm, we've got a Legion planes, and a bunch of other planes. All right, so that's the first pack. Give you guys a rough idea what we got going on here. Each pack list is unique, up to the number of, however many, it's like 100 and somewhere between 120 140, I can't remember exactly. However, the common themes will have 4 different pack lists. The uncommon pack themes will have 2 different pack lists as far as what cards are in them, and then the rare packs have only 1 specific build. And here's a second Legion pack. Very interesting. So it'd be in mono white if we had opened both of these. And there's Glorious Anthem. Same rare. Let's see, is it the same list? It looks like it is the same list. Some of these lists are only, just a few cards off. The basic, like the commons and the uncommons are the same. Sometimes it's just the rare that's different, or maybe it's, a couple of the uncommons or whatever. Here we have Well Red and Blue, which is a card advantage theme. Ristic Study, right there, talking about card advantage. This is one of the real hunted for packs in this set. I don't know if I have this version of Well Read yet. I think it's an uncommon. So there's 2 different pack lists. I'll have to check my list out there, but you can go on the Wizards, if you can still find it, buried deep into the mothership on the Wizards website. You can get all the pack listings, or you can get on Gamepedia, and they have them all there too. So that's a big hit right there. Another Ristic Study. You can never have too many of those, especially if you're a commander player like I am. I have several decks that are in development, and if they're blue and they don't have Ristic Study, you're probably doing it wrong. So here's another white pack, Feathered Friends. It's a Flyers pack. And we've got Steel Plume Marshal as the rare. 3/3 for 5 flying. Whenever Steel Plume Marshal attacks other attacking creatures you control, with flying rather, get +2/+2 until the turn. So it pumps all your flyers if they go into combat with it. And then of course we have all the flying creatures and a Falconer Adept. Doesn't fly, but it creates a flying. And then you have a wall here just to pump the team when they attack and build up your defenses, because you're going to be pretty aggressive. So you're probably going to leave yourself open a lot. Celestial Enforcer and a Thriving Heath. And there's the Feathered Friends Plains. So these unique lands, there are a few of them that are really out there, really sought for. There is a mythic rare pack that is Phyrexian, and it's black, and it has a Phyrexian language swamp in it. And that thing, there are people that are really going after that one. Here's another white pack. So this is this is definitely a lot of white packs here. Again, like this was a display set, but here's Machias the Lunarch, mythic rare in this one for heavily armored. So this is about pumping up, protecting your creatures, building up a lot of toughness, or building up your creatures and continuing to add +1/+1 counters to them until you're just bigger than they are. So you can kind of sit back in a defensive posture until you outgrow your opponents and then really get in there with your big creatures. Trusty Retriever, that's going to go in the Doggos deck, I think, right there. Enters the battlefield, choose one. You can put a +1/+1 counter on it, or return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. And it's a 4-mana 2/3. So it's a 4-mana 3/4 unless you needed to get something out your graveyard there. So neat little pack there. And then there's the heavily armored plains. It's a reflection of a shield. All right, so let's see what else we've got going on here. I don't think I've opened up. I really don't think I've opened up a rare theme yet. The thing is all the individual, here's dinosaurs for this one, all the individual card lists, right? So individual card lists, whether it's one of the commons or it's the rare itself, all have equal probability of showing up. So how they did the rarity obviously is like there's multiple different versions. But here we have a Galta Primal Hunger in our dinosaurs pack. And so this is probably going to have, a lot of really high power creatures, some ramp, Colossal Dreadmaw, because why not? And then the ability to just really kind of push through in the end. Drowsing Pteranodon, really aggressive card. Very good in its own draft format. So these are pretty fun. The best thing about it is you never know what you're going to get. So there's different ways to do it. You can either get 2 random packs, shuffle them up and play, or you can get 3 packs, open all 3 of them, and pick which 2 you want to do. And that's essentially how the Arena version of this went. And it's actually been announced that Jumpstart's coming back to Arena. So I saved my Arena deck lists from the few Arena events that I did. This spooky here is going to be a bunch of zombies. So we got Liliana's Steadfast Standard Bearer for our rare. But when and if the friends lists and direct challenges work, you have the ability to just go into a 40 card format direct challenge and keep playing those deck lists if you hang on to them, which I have for mine. I only played 4 or 5 Jumpstart games, but here's the spooky swamp, which is pretty cool. Graveyard theme scene there. And that's what I kind of want to do. So just so y'all know, if you haven't seen it on the page yet, but I started a Facebook group specifically about Jumpstart. If you're interested in it, you can join the group there. It's MTG Jumpstarters. There'll be a link in the description of this video. If you want to join that group, join the conversation and kind of keep pushing this format along. And if we can cultivate a good enough community around it, a large enough community around it, we can continue to Wizards to maybe do this again. But in the meantime, I'm using it to post my custom builds, to talk about Cube, to maybe even, trade packs of cards with other people so that we can continue to share this format and maybe even build a group of players that want to do direct challenges and continue to play Jumpstart on Arena in the meantime. So join it there. If you got some good ideas, if you're talking about building your own custom packs, do that and then post them in there too so we can get some advice from each other and just kind of grow this format. It was really fun. For me, I think it's probably one of the most creative formats that Wizards has come up with yet. And I'm going to be checking my list right now to see if any of these are new to the cube that I've already built. Look for that here at the end of this video so I can fill you guys in. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, subscribe, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and share it with a friend. And I'll be right back to see if any of these are new for my cube. And we're back. So looking at the deck lists, is actually MTG Fandom, which I will link in the description below, that has probably one of the easiest to search through wikis on this set. Check them out, and I actually ended up with the one well-read with Rhystic Study and one of the Legions. So I thought they were both the same, but I wasn't looking closely enough. It really came down to whether or not one had the what was it, Fortify? Let me find it in here for you real quick. That's heavily armored. We'll slide down here. So they had the same rare, they had a lot of the same cards, but this Fortify was something completely different in this deck. So basically just a 1-card difference, and it made it a new pack. So these 2 packs I will go ahead and throw into the cube, which I am looking forward to showing you guys a little bit later. Brings me up to 43 of the unique deck lists that came out in the original Jumpstart set. So I'm starting to work my way up there. I'm going to continue to hunt out there, try to find some more. I will leave these assembled, and I will put the list of which ones these are also in the show notes. And I will post, I'm also going to post these on the Jumpstarters group, so that anybody who is missing some of these packs might be able to take advantage of them, add them to their cube. But these will get sleeved up, added in there, and slowly building the full set and adding my own custom packs to it. So hopefully you like this. I was pretty excited that, 2 out of the 7, after already having about 40% of the set put away, it was pretty good odds, I think. None of the rare ones, but still moving forward. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.